What's up, everyone? It's Snoo. Today we are piercing the veil. I'm going to show you behind the scenes the secret market of Tier 17 map rolling. I already made a video on this. I was very excited to present it to you at that moment when I discovered I could sell a map for 3 divines. It was a huge amount of currency and had major impact on my outlook on rolling maps for my own strategy. What I didn't realize is in that premature moment, I would be selling maps the day after for more than double that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, even more than 10 divines per map. Evidenced by showcases we have on our Discord. All kinds of people have been doing it as well in my community, but I really think that this is still one of those big secrets out there. And yeah, maybe you don't want to roll your map, maybe you do, but my goodness, it's not every day I can bring you a hideout warrior strategy. This is going to be great for the hideout warriors, really bad for the wrists. But this is definitely a different video, and we are bringing back a very fun format, the Shadowing series, where I bring you along for 1 hour straight of doing this farm with no funny business. We're going to do it start to finish in 1 hour. I'm going to show you exactly how much currency I make. It's going to be completely uncut and really no way to argue about it. We're just going to find out how much I make, and this is going to be interesting because I really don't know how much I will make in this farming session. I've never just sat down and tried to just blaze through maps for an hour straight. I just typically try to roll my own maps, and whenever I roll enough of my own, I'll run them. Now, what I'm doing is I'm setting aside the maps that are extremely valuable for the super high inducing community, the duos, the group players, and it so happens that evidently they're making so much currency per map that they're willing to pay over 10 divines per map in some cases if it's just pre-rolled already, because you have to dump loads of chaos orbs into a map to get one to roll that well. Well, I mean, it works really nicely if I'm looking for different rolls myself. So that's where the strategy really shines. And I'm going to be setting aside the maps that I roll for myself on the side and not counting them as any extra value, by the way. That's just going to be purely a benefit for me. But we are going to be calculating the results in terms of the maps that I sell out there to the community. All right, so there's a few things I got to show you up front before we start. I'm going to show you that I have a dump tab full of chaos orbs, because if I'm going to do this for an hour straight, I don't want to have to be buying the chaos orbs in the process. So this is already done up front, and this is the only prep work that was really done, having to liquidate virtually all my currency for well over 100, almost 200 Sanctuary maps. So Sanctuary is the most popular map for this, so it is a little bit restrictive in the sense that you should probably be doing these rolls for Sanctuary if you're trying to do it for profit. I did sell some Abomination maps like this, though, for quite a bit of currency. And you're going to obviously need tons and tons of Chaos Orbs, over 10,000 Chaos Orbs is what I have right now, in order to do, an hour straight. So dump tabs A and B will be used to figure out the currency. I will be using a number of dump tabs so far set at the maximum value that I have currently ever sold a map for, which is 12 divines, and I will be lowering them down over time to see how I do that. So basically, it's going to be a nice master class in how to, sell and manipulate your tabs in real time, in short notice, and try to just, liquidate things as well as you can, as quickly as you can. All right, so we have the breakdown right here, and it's very simple. It's 12,341 Chaos Orbs and 172 Sanctuary maps. And again, no funny business about that. So it's just going to be dumping the Divine Orbs that I earn back into the dump tabs, and however, we'll lose Chaos Orbs in the process, we'll lose maps in the process, and we'll gain a bunch of Divine Orbs in the process. Quite that simple. The Regex system is very interesting and going to be a huge tool for me to help show you what I'm doing here. I learned the other day that I can actually Regex scarabs on here, and this is kind of for my own personal benefit. Right now, what I have highlighted here, it suggests that I have 180% quant on the map. I don't care about quant, but you can reword this, and then you can, basically highlight that over and put it in here, and then if I just type apparently just CA, that makes it check for scarabs instead. And of course I do need one of these. And so now suddenly I'm going to have maps to show that have at least 180% more scarabs. And those are maps that I'm looking for, as long as they have decent rolls otherwise. I will also be looking for the Nemesis modifier, and then we'll be taking a look for the Shaper modifier, and that combination is the one that sells for the major bucks there. All right, so I have a regex there. It's linked in the description below. This is a very special one here. It does not show... Let's see, it does not show players and their minions deal no damage 4 seconds out of 10. Players are marked for death. Magic monsters, normal monsters that have Union of Souls. Reduced extra damage from crits. Less defense, less recovery. Reduced action speed each time used a skill recently. I feel like I don't want to run those map mods, and I feel like most of the top-end players probably don't want to run those. So those are some of the very, very worst map mods you could possibly run. I would also like to see increased number of rare monsters, because that's going to be tied into the Shaper mod as well. And then Shaper is right here. Now, I don't have this highlighted because I personally don't want to see it. I don't care if I see it. So the regex is set up to hide some of the very worst mods and show either 180% more scarabs or Nemesis mod. And I will manually check the map for Shaper, the Shaper role, and then I'll check for, doesn't have a confluence of like 3 or 4 different terrible mods on it as well. Things like, reduced aura effect and, a few other really bad ones. So I could be using a sort of double regex system, but this is kind of an all-in-one system I'm using, and you're welcome to try it out and check it in the description of the video. So we can already see we're starting here. I'm going to basically be starting the timer. You're going to see it here in the bottom right now. There it is. And we already have some maps highlighted. Now, I haven't messed with these maps or anything. They're just automatically highlighted there. And that's because I unidentified them. They were unidentified, and then now they're identified. So we're going to check them here, and we see this is more rare monsters. Most of these will be more rare monsters. More rare monsters. More rare monsters. Volatile barrels might be worth something now. I'm not really checking that. I know that's a new strat that's coming into play, but I'm not going to be really saving them for volatile barrels. And we have one here that it happens to be already rolled the way we want. Now, other rolls like quant, rarity, they do matter a little bit, but really, as far as I understand, the high-end juicers are looking for maps like this that are relatively easily rolled, that have the Shaper touch and increased number of rare monsters. Now, this map has one roll that's pretty bad, as players have less area of effect, and this might dramatically hurt the value of the map. But I don't know. We'll see. We're going to go ahead and place it in. And, these tabs are live, so that will ping up on people who have live search set up for that. And you can see I have 0 chaos orbs in here, so everything I spend is going to be drained from this point forward. And basically, this is just how it goes. For 1 hour, I'm going to slave away with my wrist, and we're just going to spam maps, and I'm going to accidentally roll over a lot of these, but this is the price you pay if you want to be relatively efficient at it. Really anxious to see what kind of results we get from this. I feel like it's going to be a lot. It could be even better than playing the game itself. It's just crazy. It's funny, the hideout warrior strats quite often are actually more lucrative than playing the game itself. The success of the strat will depend mostly on how many of the traders are online with their live searches ready to go. Obviously, we're really fishing for the big fish here with those traders who are in charge of buying the pre-prepped maps for their groups or duos, or maybe solo player. In some cases, you got some real ballers out there who are doing these strats solo. And this farm, in case you're not aware, this farm is one of the major reasons why the Headhunter is worth only 10 divines. Curation farms are responsible for certain things, but this farm just shoots out crazy numbers of uniques, pieces of gear, tier zeros just flying out right and left. And that is a combination of the Shaper touch, increased number of rare mobs, and Shaper all flames, primarily, is the absolute top end farm, from what I understand. I don't know exactly the scarabs they're using, but that's kind of the general strat setup. All right, so we got a few. Let's go through here and see if we got anything good. I am actually accepting 90% scarab, but I don't want minus max res, so we roll over that. Okay, that's no good. First thing I'm looking for with my eyes here is I'm looking for a Shaper. And then the next thing I look at is percent scarabs. So if it doesn't have the Shaper and it doesn't have at least like 100% scarabs, I guess 90% scarab, I'm immediately re-rolling it. Because that means it doesn't pass my check for my maps, and it doesn't pass the check for, the really, really high value one. Now that's a map. Wow. That's one of the best maps I'll roll all day. Actually, 181% more scarabs, and I will just go ahead and put that. That'll be my own personal map that I'll run later, and I'm not valuing it in anything. Crazy, I just said that would be the best map. This says monsters have a 70% chance to avoid elemental ailments. With my build, I really don't want that, and this is really sad. But you know, I don't know. I guess I'll try to sell that at one point. I'm probably not gonna sell though. Maybe it will. Okay, nope. No Shaper. The Shaper and Nemesis, I say Nemesis, it means increased number of rare mods. It's the old school way of referring to that. It is a pretty rare combination, but you know, we'll see it every now and then. Less accuracy, no. So obviously there would be potentially faster ways of doing this. Well, look at this. Is volatile barrels, volatile cores, which I don't like, but 138% scarabs. That is a map I'm willing to run for myself on a scarab farm. 200% more scarabs. Jesus. I really don't like meteor stuff, but I mean I can't argue with that many more scarabs. It's probably again a map I will run. So you can kind of see how my Regex is a sort of two-way solution to this already. Somebody asking chat, why not include Shaper in the Regex? So you could if you wanted your own, but I don't want to see just Nemesis and Shaper maps because that's not what I'm personally going for. I'm personally prioritizing more scarabs and the increased number of monsters. And or that. So either a super high scarab roll or a good scarab roll with the increased number of monsters. It so happens that the increased number of monsters coincides with the Shaper mod, but the Shaper mod's not something I want to see. So this is why my Regex is set up specifically the way it is. And again, there might be a more efficient way of doing this with a double Regex system, especially when you're rolling this many maps at once. But you know, for now, this is the way I've been doing it. This is the way I'm going to show you, and I feel like I've been making a lot of currency anyway, just this method. So that's what we're doing. Maps, nope. Nope. Oh! Masters of more life. I don't like it, but you know, probably run it. Even skipping over volatile barrels sometimes. I don't think people want to run it on this map tile set though. Oh my lord. I'm not going to do minus max res and volatile cores. I'm not going to do that combo. That's why I kind of want to look at the map too. In case I hit something like that. Less effect. Almost a good roll. So in case you're wondering why this Divine Orb to Scarab, or Divine Orb to Chaos market is just seemingly free fall, this is kind of one of the reasons why. If we're wanting to do farms that require the maps to be rolled a very specific way. And they're quite restrictive, and you know, as time goes on, we identify farms that are incredibly lucrative, but only when you have very specific map rolls with like super high rolls on currency or super high rolls on scare. That is something I could have done. There probably are some strats out there, like I probably could have a Regex for like volatile barrels and like 300% currency at the same time or something. Would probably be pretty smart, but anyway, can't set everything up at once. Nope. That's a good one. Run that one. I'm seeing a lot of maps for myself, actually. Yeah, that passes. That maps will be a little hard, but I can still do it. Again, I want to stress, I would be much faster at this if I just put Shaper and Nemesis at the same time and just purely ran for profit. Here we go. We finally hit one again with Shaper. This is players have minus max res. Hurts a little bit. You can still wear Lore Weave here, and with an Aura bot, it's not that bad. Looks like everything else is quite easy otherwise, so this does have a potential to be a high value map. I'll begin moving these down here shortly. Ooh, big Scarab roll again. Nice. That's another good map for me. Ah. This cannot spend. Monsters cannot be leached from. I can't run that. I like the Scarab roll though. 90% Scarabs. Map better be really easy if I'm going to do 90% Scarab. So it's almost been 10 minutes already. Looks like I'll have enough maps to roll in 1 hour's time. Like I'm playing that Snake game. You guys know that old school game, Snake. Don't accidentally click the same one twice. Get my wrists to break here. Again, just primarily looking for Shaper, and then looking, if I don't see it, then I look at the Scarab number, and if that number is not at least like 90%, I just go ahead and click. If it does pass some of these checks, I will run it. Alright, minus max, it's the crazy high monster life mod, although I don't think they care about that much. Really easy map, other than the minus max res. So another, you know, potential big map there. I would guess that all 3 of the maps that I have so far are going to sell for at least like 5 divines, at least. Just a guess, though. All right, I'm going to lower this now. Oops. That was the wrong one. Not that one. This one. So if you do this and then like click these here, it'll show up on the live searches again at the new price point. He's back in this spot. I literally like worked out this morning and specifically was like checking my wrist situation. I feel like I'm going to the gym primarily to work out my wrists now. Or forearms, just so I can do this more efficiently. Resistance training for repetitive motions. I wonder how many chaos I've spent already. I hope I didn't. I hope I'm not going to run out of chaos before the end of the hour. It'll be 10,000 clicks per hour. Looks like this will be at least 10,000 clicks per hour. By Logitech mouse. Yeah, there's probably, you know, there's probably some controller support or something I could do to make this more reasonable. But oh well. Show it to you the hard way. Anybody out there in the chat who's been making bank on this already? Oh man, not hitting any good maps here. Obviously some RNG involved. Ooh. Volatile cores again? Why do I keep getting volatile cores? Such a good map other than that. I really am mad. I hate running with meat sacks, but... yeah. Questioning chat, do I like the league? I do like the league. My favorite thing about this league is everything is just... the whole table's been flipped over as far as, like, what metas are and stuff. I don't like the... obviously, really don't like the changes mid-league. On principle, that's really bad to be doing that. But we haven't seen any major changes, nerfs to things, at least for over a week now. The latest one being the... well, to be fair, something that truly was not working as intended, I guess, was the Back to Basics Meat Sacks Ghosted farm. Did not impact me negatively very much, but was obviously... that farm was getting a lot of extra value by ghosting the Meat Sacks mobs. That was weird. I clicked like 100 times and didn't get a single light up. Oops, rolled over it. Oh yeah, I'll have enough. I'll have enough chaos. We're good. Alright, good. Don't find anyway. Click to roll over it, but it hit anyway. Monsters of additional projectiles. I don't know if this is gonna sell. Pretty good map though overall. Leave that here and move it down to 10. Okay, just verifying I wasn't on D&D. Oh, now hit 4 Shaper mods. Hit 4 Shaper Nemesis maps in 15 minutes, basically. While hitting some of my own. Alright, that's a sale right there. 10 Divines. I don't even recognize that name, even. Some of the names I recognize because it's like the same people that keep buying the maps at the highest level, but I've never seen this name, so that's a good sign. This person wants... wait, what is it? Rugged Hold. The one I just put in. That guy buys maps for me? Well, there you go. Nice. First map sale, 10 Divines. And we'll probably see him again. He'll probably be back for more. I don't know, at some point. Okay. Second map sale. These are 10 Divine maps, guys. Alright, we'll be wasting too much time here. Whoa, 181 scarabs. Ooh. More live. I don't think it's the one I just sold. Oh. Oh, you're right, you're right. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that. Oops. That, what did I put it in the same place or something? That's weird. Okay, well, yeah, I kind of want to check for that. I don't know. It showed highlighted in the same spot. I must have moved things around by accident. Weird timing. So, oops. Volatile cores again. God. That's a crazy high fizz extra. Almost 20 minutes in now. A lot of line of text. Double reflect. Ugh. I haven't done this in a while, but it only has one bad mod. It's a really ugly one. Reduced aura effect. I'm not sure if I want to run that or not. 100% fizz, extra chaos. No. That I will run though. Easy. Easy map. I've been selling divines or buying chaos at 105-ish. But yeah, it does seem to be moving down. 105 to 1 divine. It's a good time to be a red altar exarch altar farmer who's actually willing to pick up chaos one at a time, or the wealthy manifested wealth all flame stuff. Actually, still never done, but I don't like the idea of picking up one chaos at a time. So this league definitely feels like the kind of league where the players who are willing to go a little slower, who are willing to pick up like, you know, kind of the trash clicks for one chaos a piece or something, they're doing very well this league. Alterations worth a lot. Chaos orb worth a lot right now. Alteration orbs usually like 20 to 1 right now. This time of the league. 20 chaos to 1. Or 20 to 1 chaos alteration orbs. That's what it usually is right now. We're about 3 weeks into the league. A little over 3 weeks. Sanctum must be good. I guess so. We could be in volatile cores on that. Ooh, almost rolled over that by accident. Huge fizz is extra, but I don't think they care much about that because they got like 90 always anyway. This is a big map. Might actually sell for 12. Move these down. Nice map for me. I was right. 12 divines. I should probably be putting it up for even more than 12 in hindsight. Map sold for 12 divines. True. Pretty easy money, guys. Pretty easy money. Now, I am absolutely blowing through Chaos Orbs, so it's not like I'm making an utter killing here. But, again, if you put it in the context of the fact that I'm spending currency to roll my own maps, that's the important... See, that's going to be the really big takeaway from this video. I rolled all my own maps for free and made profit along the way. That's going to be the ultimate takeaway from this video. I can promise you that. It's not even about how much currency per hour it makes to straight up roll maps for profit. It's about the fact that you can roll maps for your own sake, your own strat, so long as it doesn't cross paths exactly with the same rolls as the highest level. So if you're rolling your own maps and you're doing the super highest end stuff, well, then you don't get to take advantage of that aspect. But if you're willing to do a different farm, oops, rolled over. I'm getting huge advantage of the fact that I'm doing an ancillary farm that requires slightly different mods, or prioritizes slightly different mods. You need to change zones? No, you don't. Not necessarily. You just need to put it in the thing. I don't know exactly the format on that, but it's not necessarily true. More life. Like, changing zones will force it to work, but I mean, sometimes it just updates automatically anyway. Good map for me. Rares and Shaper touched, yeah. And I've already gone on my way to like remove the really, really, really ugly mods on it too. Which I don't know. Maybe there's some people who are willing to pay. There are probably some people who are willing to pay like 2 or 3 divines for a really, really bad rolled, otherwise badly rolled Nemesis Shaper map. But you're not gonna get 12 divines out of it. To get the 12 divine out of it, the map needs to be really easy, as well. So that map that I just sold for 12 divines had like 193% fizz as extra random element or something. That's a really, really atrocious mod for me. But if you're running with an aura bot who's giving you, 90 all res, it's actually not that bad. It's not that bad. But when you spawn into a back to basics match with that'll be like 600% fizz as extra random element. So it is, for a solo player who's only got 75 all res, that'll brick a map practically by itself. I don't want to run it, but it's not a bad mod for, the groups. They can handle that. There's the Shaper touched. Monster damage penetrates. Hurts a little bit. A chance to avoid elemental elements might hurt this too, but it's a pretty easy map otherwise. We'll start it at 12, I guess. Another Shaper touched. Double reflect. I don't think that matters for them. With barrels, Meteor when you use a flask. They might be able to survive that in groups, though. I don't know. This could be a really big map there. I'm really not sure. It's got a weird combination of mods on it. I don't want to run reduced elemental. I suppose group farmers don't care about elemental ailments on enemies. Oh, less accuracy. No, I don't want to run less accuracy. I was going to keep that for myself, but... People running the volatile barrel farm generally aren't doing the sanctuary map, though. But I mentioned this earlier, it would probably be a good idea to begin looking into the aspect of super well-rolled volatile map ones. We're talking like, you know, especially if you hit something like volatile barrels with a lot of scarabs or a huge currency roll or a huge quant roll. And I'm sure people would be willing to pay that. The quant roll especially if they're doing curation farms. Because that's the one where the stakes are kind of high per map. So I could see volatile barrels and like 200% quant being a premium map that somebody would pay a few divines for on a curation farm. But for like barrel and go, people are just gonna roll their own. They're not gonna buy maps in bulk for that. Maybe at some point they will, but probably not for a while. You got to think about it in terms of the map cost. If they're investing a huge amount of currency in the map already, they're going to be way more likely to spend major currency to get a premium rolled map. Yeah, that's pretty good for me. Big scarab roll. Oh, 90 more, 90% more life. Nope. Nope. The gold cannon. Nope. Wow. I don't like Monster Pen there, but volatile cores, but oh my goodness. Nemesis plus 178% more scarabs. I'll give that a try. Another. Finding some pretty big maps for myself. That's nice. Over 30 minutes into the farm. The farm that doesn't involve farming anything. Try the moving zones real quick, see if that triggers anything. Haha. Drilled that in. Okay. Okay, pretty good map. $294% currency. I guess for fun, I'll put that in. That's a huge currency roll. Testing. Volatile cores again. There we go. Really good map for me. Really good map. 163% Scarab's easy roll Nemesis map. Looks like I bought way more maps than I needed. I figured that might be the case. But that'll be good for the future. What are they selling for? 2D? Oh, this poor guy wasn't here 10 minutes ago. Is Berserk worth sacrificing speed for? Well, you get speed with Berserk. More speed multiplier. If there is an item in the game that can grant you nearly permanent Berserk in one gear slot without having to like prioritize a bunch of stuff on the rest of your gear, that's an excellent piece of gear. I don't care what else is going on with that gear piece. Ooh, another Shaper Touch. Nice, pretty good map. Pretty good. Not super easy, but pretty good. Oh, good map for me. I think so. Another really nice one for me. Nope. Another Shaper Touch. Whoa. Oh, that's minus max res with physics extra. Maybe they'll be okay with it. Wait up. Oh, I misread that. That might have been a good map. Whoops. It wasn't Shaper, though. Meteor. No. Another Shaper Touch. Wow, I hit at least 3 Shaper Touches on this round. Okay, I think this might be a super valuable one. This one probably will sell. Might sell instantly. Another massive currency one. Oh wait, that's reduced effective auras on it. Players have less accuracy. Oh, brick me. Damn. 178%. Wow. What a fantastic map for my farm. Nemesis 178% Scarab. Another big Scarab. Woo. I feel like I'm getting luckier than average on my own rolled maps, which doesn't matter for this showcase, but alright. Not terrible. 12 Divines, real? Yeah, it's, I mean, if you can't wait to see it, you can check the VOD from about 15 minutes ago. You can also check our Discord for showcase evidence. I mean, this is the only video evidence that I have so far. I'm willing to bet there's some people who pay more for it. More than that. At least a little bit. I don't think they will go much higher than 12. But there definitely are a couple of ultra elite groups who are willing to pay that much or more. They're the kind of people you want to sit down in a chair in a quiet room somewhere and say, "So, what are you guys doing exactly? Why are you paying 12 divines for a map? I mean, what's your strat?" I want to know. I want to know exactly the strat they're doing. How can I justify paying that much? It begs the question, right? I would like to know. Again, I have a pretty good sense of the gist of it, but I don't know 100%. What? Oh. That's going to be kind of annoying. Double reflect? Man. Not for me. Two separate sales, 9 and 10 divines respectively. Alright, that is this map. And he's the one that wanted the 10. Yeah. Easy money. I'll either use the app in such a way I can't see what map it doesn't highlight. Selling one singular map for a headhunter, that's right. Damn straight. There you go, guys. That's how you do it. Now, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was checking for more 10 divine maps. Nope. Whoa! Double reflect crazy again. This is the other 9 div map. We're making money, guys. We're making money. At the tail end, there'll be a fire sale at the end. You can see me get spammed. I'd be better off doing this for about 3 hours than 1, but my risk can only take so much. Wait, did that guy actually come in here? Where is he? Where is he? What? No? Okay. Oh. I think he got... he might have got, like... juked. Bugged a lot. Bugged or whatever. Oh. Another good map for me. 98% more life. I'm looking for high scarabs. or the Nemesis increased number of rare mobs in Shaper. And there's a little bit of crossover there, but not so much that they get in the way of each other. I am lucky that part of the thing going on here is that I'm target farming a similar thing that the super high juicers are, but I'm not aiming for the exact same mods. So I get the luxury of making a bunch of currency and rolling maps for myself at the same time. And the two don't really conflict with each other. I mean, it could be similar for a lot of people, though. Ooh. Barrel's crazy number of scarabs. Nemesis perfectly rolled number. Wow, what a map. 163% more scarabs. Whoa. Another nice map. There we go. Another shape touch. Increased monster damage players cannot suppress. Probably okay. That looks like a pretty nice map. I'm going to put it in there for 12 to start. I don't know what happened to this map. Oh. Oops. It goes here. This goes here. Why can't I? Oh, I see what's going on. It's over here. It's getting annoying. In case the API needs to reset. 15 minutes left. Uh-oh. Oops. A few more. Okay. Wait, what? Why am I not? It shouldn't have to be in that dump tab. Maybe I have to pull them out to do this. I don't know. Oh, now it goes. Ah, it's working. It wasn't letting me use them from the other dump tab for a second. Woo, wrist is starting to feel it. God. 290. What? Ooh, nice. Barrels with big scarab roll and nemesis. Good for my farm. I don't even care about barrels, actually. It's just funny when it shows up. It's sort of extra. Last 10 minutes coming in here. I'm going to have to focus on selling what I got. Oh, trade side isn't down. That would suck. Surprised none of these other ones. There's a few Shaper Nemesis ones in there for 4 div now. 3 div now. I'm surprised they're not selling. Oh, there we go. Same map for 10. I knew this was a big map. I'm actually a little surprised it didn't sell for 12. It's as good as any other 12 div map that I've sold. Another Shaper Touch. Elmo Reflect. Okay, that's a little ugly, but... Two Divines? As low as I'll go, or I'll just re-roll it. Ten minutes left. Ah, this guy's name I recognize. I hadn't seen him today, but he has bought a lot of my maps before. Why is Shaper Touch worth so much? It's part of the super high-end farm of Shaper All Flames, Shaper Touch, the Nemesis, increased number of rare monsters on the map with uniques farming for uniques. Wait your video, bro. Oh my god. The person's watching me, I guess. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna put this up for 12. This is a 12 div map right here. He's probably just gonna message me. That's a good map. Oh my god. Whoa, big scarabs. Big scarabs. Big scarabs. Alright, for me. Another big scarabs. Runes of Exarch? Surely the runes is not bad in like group play. I can't imagine it. I can't imagine that being that bad. It's not even bad in solo, I feel like. I used to be scared of that mod, but I don't even care about it now. Kind of similar with like the Maven interferes with the player. Like that one sounds like terrible, but it's really not that bad. I think the only thing with the Maven interferes with the player is she heals the enemies sometimes. A little bit of damage over time. I did 3 here actually. Or what? 4 there. 3 there. You can kind of see how I'm like building out my my dump tabs to be sold. Oh, hello. Right off the bat. Reduced effect of non-cursoras is pretty bad. Put that down there. Very nice map for me. Another nice map for me. Okay, I'm gonna focus mainly on just selling now, with 4 minutes left. I'm now deviating from what I would normally do, because normally I would just keep, you know, rolling maps or playing or whatever. Wouldn't try to fire sale stuff, but, yeah, you know, when it gets down to it, I guess. That's how it goes. One divine. Wow. What? It's not even shaper touched. This is a shaper touch map that won't even sell for like 1 divine. Not really sure why. It's not that hard. Physical damage reduction, I guess? Oh, he's back. Didn't even leave the party. Poor guy didn't realize it was a fire sale. Oh, nice. That's the other one too. He could have bought them for 12. He's buying them for 16. Should have had patience. 1 minute left. 80 divines. Raw divines. Well, if I can hit a last second shaper map. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this little showcase. Definitely some money was definitely moved around. Let's see if I actually made real currency though, because I'm not sure if I came out super far ahead or, you know, I did blow through tons of chaos orbs. So let's find out. We are meeting the end of the timer right now. There it is. All right, D&D. Here we go. I have exactly 80 divine orbs for selling. I don't know. What was it? It was like 12 maps or something like that. 12 to 14 maps, I think. Blew through a little over half of my entire chaos orb stash. So definitely did over 5,000 clicks. Not too bad. I'm probably going to feel that in about 2 hours. But anyway, one of the really cool things here, I got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3. 33 premium maps rolled for myself or my own strategy. And again, this is going to be a major takeaway. I want you guys to understand that I don't need to factor in the cost of rolling maps for my own maps. Not if I'm making currency in the process. What's the point of that? So that's the luxury of using a strategy whereby you have an adjacent farm that you're doing relative to what the super high-end players are doing. Your map mods are similar but not exactly the same, and you're able to check for both ends, your own as well as theirs. And you hit theirs, you make big profit. You hit yours, you get to run your map for free, essentially. All right, so we're going to do a snapshot again. Oh, sorry, I should probably look out of here. I'm not going to calculate the value of the maps that are obviously worth a little bit but did not sell yet. We're only counting the maps that sold. In fact, I'm just going to leave them out of the dump tabs. If we hit update there, we should see this now. All right, so you can see 80 divine orbs, 149 maps remaining, a little over 5,000 chaos remaining, and interesting. All right, so my investment cost at the beginning said 183. It now says 189. So I guess the net is 6 divines. Not exactly a huge amount of currency per hour, but again, in the context of free map rolling for myself, I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, I came out 6 divines ahead. That's 6 divines an hour. And 36 maps ahead. They're premium roll for myself. You have so many extra maps. Yeah, I have a lot of extra maps for me to run. And maybe I could do the same thing with volatile barrel rolling too. Not sure. Depending on the tile set. Could be rolling those effectively for free. But if not, I think the big takeaway, the final thoughts to this is technically rolling maps for profit is a thing. It's not going to be a huge amount of profit unless I got unlucky. But again, it definitely came out better than what I'm showcasing because there's still a few maps that I'm selling and I'm trying to fire sale stuff that hasn't quite sold yet. And if you cycle these around for like 24 hours, you're going to get the full spectrum of the traders online, the buyers of the maps who are going to sell. There's a lot of them are offline right now or aren't buying maps they might otherwise buy. So you can rest assured this little snapshot of 1 hour is about the worst of it that you would normally get. And I can't stress this enough. The big takeaway for me from this process was never really about how much currency per hour I can make rolling maps. It was about the fact that dumping huge amounts of chaos orbs to roll my own maps didn't cost a damn thing. In fact, it was a net positive in the process. So that is the big takeaway I want for you guys. So enjoy doing tier 17 farm, being hyper selective about your map. Make them as easy as possible. Roll them for a whole bunch of extra time. Doesn't matter. You're not spending any extra currency doing it. If only you will check your own regex for shaper mod combined with increased number of rare monsters. That's all you really need to worry about. Certain maps are going to be worth a lot more than others depending on how dangerous the map mods are otherwise. And yes, Sanctuary is probably the best map to do this. I can confirm I still sold maps for 10 or 12 divines apiece on Abomination as well. So perhaps every map tile set does work for this. I'm not sure. But anyway, big deal, I think. This is brand new stuff. Tier 17 is brand new stuff, brand new meta, map rolling. Somebody said it's the new sextant rolling. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm going to close out the video here. Again, this was 1 hour of you being able to just kind of follow what I'm doing, and you can shadow it and do exactly the same thing, and you would most likely have very similar results for yourself, if not better, because you let the time go by a little more. Give those maps a chance to sell. Bye for now. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.